This strategy was created without a single line of code. And in this video, we're going to go through step by step and create a fully automated process to create strategies for us. And the final product will look like this. And I didn't write any code at all. Hi friends, if we haven't met, I'm Lisa, a data scientist turned algorithmic trader. And today we're going to be using a tool called Strategy Quant. Before we begin, let's design the workflow. In step 1, we're going to build our strategies, but we don't want over-optimized results, which is where our strategy looks fantastic in backtests, but it fails miserably in live trading. So let's use 10 years of data, but only use 2 years of data for our build step. In step 2, we're going to retest our strategies on data we've never seen before, and this is called out of sample, and we're going to use 8 years for this. Now for step 3, I want to include more robustness tests, and there's a whole bunch of different ones you can choose from. You've got multi-market, multi-time frame, Monte Carlo, just to name a few. So I personally like the Monte Carlo parameter randomization, and this is where you take the settings from your strategy and change it a little bit. We want to see that our strategy still works and is still profitable with slightly different settings, and Strategy Quant can do this automatically for us. So that is step 3. And then for step 4, I want it to be able to turn the strategy into an expert advisor for the MetaTrader platform for demo testing. That's our workflow, 4 simple steps. Now, the full Algo Lab process includes 8 steps, but I've simplified it for this video to keep things easy, and everything you'll see can be done with just a few clicks and no coding required. This is what the main screen of Strategy Quant X looks like. On the left, hit Custom Projects, and then at the bottom, select the Create New Project icon. Give the project a name. I'm going to call it No Code, and press Create. This is what a brand new blank project looks like. On the left-hand side here, we've got our steps, and currently we have nothing. At the bottom, we've got the Databanks, and a databank is a place that stores your strategies. So first of all, let's create a first step. Select Add New Task on the left-hand side, and we're going to select the Build Strategies task. You can see it's already added the first step on the left here, which says Build Strategies. So since we've got this window open, let's create our steps 2, 3, and 4. Now step 2 and 3 is a retest task. So at the bottom here, select Retest Strategies once and twice. And then in the last step, we are going to save our files to MetaTrader format and hit close. I am using the IC Markets broker profile, which comes with the latest version of Strategy Quant. Since IC Markets is a pretty good broker, Strategy Quant has built into the program the settings based on IC Markets spread and the swaps for Forex indices and metals. They are a regulated broker, and I've been trading with them for many years. Of all the different brokers that I trade with, on average, IC Markets do have the lowest spread. This is my live account on MetaTrader 4 on the IC Markets broker, and you can see I've got the Market Watch open, and on the right hand side you can see I've got a exclamation mark, and this is the spread currently. You can see it is currently moving and open because the market is open, and you can see the spreads are really low. You can trade a whole bunch of different CFD products like Forex, indices, futures, commodities, bonds, stocks, and crypto. I personally use MetaTrader 4, but they also offer MetaTrader 5, CTrader, and TradingView. And they've got servers all over the world, so you'll be able to get super fast execution speeds. Here I've got Strategy Quant open, and in the Data Manager tab, you can see I've already got a whole bunch of different currencies. They're all marked with _ICM, which represents the IC Markets broker. And if I double click on one of them, for example, Euro USD, and a little pop-up box will appear. I've already got it set to Euro USD IC Markets, and at the bottom you can see they've already customized the settings specific for IC Markets. I've got the long and short swaps. The triple swap occurs on a Wednesday, and the rollover hour occurs at 2300. If I close that and pick another one at random, let's pick the Aussie New Zealand. You can see the long and short swaps are different, and The triple swap again is on Wednesday at 2300. So it's great that I don't have to type this in manually myself. And if I close the window, you can see that the time zone is already adjusted for IC Markets Broker. This video is sponsored by IC Markets, but I've been trading with them long beforehand, and I actually asked them if they wanted to sponsor one of my videos because their spreads are the lowest. And the link is below if you want to sign up. These are the 4 steps that matches exactly our plan that we created before. So let's give them a name so it makes sense. First one, I'm just going to call it build. The second one, we're going to call it out of sample. The third one is going to be Monte Carlo. And the fourth one, we're going to save to MT4. Notice that I've got build out of sample and Monte Carlo as 3 separate steps. Now you can squeeze all this into one step, but I do prefer to have them separately. And the reason is so I can see how many pass in the build stage, how many pass in the out of sample stage, and how many passed and fail in the Monte Carlo stage. And to do that, we need to create Databanks. So down below, this is your Databanks area. If you don't see it, you can hit these little icons to contract and expand the little area below. Let's create a brand new databank called 3 Monte Carlo, 2 out of sample, and 1 build. So what I want to do, I want the output of the build step to go into the databank build. So I can do that by clicking on the build step, and on the right hand side here it says Databanks, output databank. I'm going to select build. For step 2, I want it to go to the from build and go into the out of sample databank. And the third step, I want to grab the results from the out of sample, and I'm going to put the results in 3 Monte Carlo. And lastly, for the save to MT4 step, I want to grab the results from number 3, and instead of saving it to SQX format, I want to save it as MetaTrader format. So you can see here, you can save it to TradeStation multi-charts, JForex, MetaTrader 4, 5, pseudocode or XML. So I'm going to choose MQ4. And I can set the output location in this link here. Now let's go back and configure our build step. Select it and select the full settings tab up the top. There are 4 main ways to build strategies in Strategy Quant. The first one is to build it manually from scratch using Algo Wizard. The second way is to use the random generator. The third way is to use the genetic option, which uses machine learning. And the fourth way is to use templates that you create yourself or you find online. So today we're going to use the genetic option. In Strategy Quant, make sure you've got the build step selected, full settings, what to build, and now we're going to go at the bottom under build mode. Make sure you've got genetic option selected, so genetic evolution. So we're not using random generation today. I'm going to keep it at the default of genetic evolution, which will give you this tab up the top called genetic options. So select that, and this is what you'll see from a default perspective. Most of these settings are pretty okay. I'm going to decrease the migrate every Xth generation to about 20. Population migration size, I'm going to increase that to about 10%. I'm going to take out the profit factor as a filter for the first generation because I'm okay if the first iteration is going to be bad. I will give the machine learning an opportunity to make the strategy better and better. And next, I'm going to turn this off, turn this on, and keep this to a fairly low number of 5. That's all for the genetic options tab. Next, let's go to the data tab, and I'm happy to use the MetaTrader 4 engine because that's what I'm going to be using. For a symbol, let's go with the pound Japanese yen. I'm going to trade on the 4-hour chart, and I'm going to start from about 2010 years ago, so 2015, January. For 2 years, so that's 2017, Strategy Quant has already pre-populated our spread based on our broker profile, which is 0.7. So for slippage, I'm going to set it to double that. Let's go 1.4. I always test with commissions and swaps, and IC Markets is about $7 per lot. For trading options, I'm not going to exit on Friday. Building blocks, I'm going to select everything except for average volume and bar and time. For indicators, going to select everything except bar and time and average volume. And I'm happy with selecting everything here. I am going to accept enter at market for my order types, and I'm going to turn a couple of these on. For money management, I'm happy to have a fixed lot of 0.1 per trade. Cross checks, I'm going to turn everything off because instead of doing all our testing within one step, I prefer to split it up over multiple steps so we can see exactly what is going on in each step. Lastly, in the ranking tab, this is where we're going to define how many strategies we are going to create. Let's go with 1000 strategies for now. And in the custom filters tab, we're happy with 2 trades per month with a profit factor of 1.3. That's pretty good. Return on drawdown is a little bit high considering we're only trading for 2 years. So let's go with 1 for now and see how that goes. That's all for the build step. Let's move to the out of sample step. And for the data, we're going to stick with the same currency pair for now on the 4-hour time frame. And remember, on the build step, we went from 2015 to 2017. So for our out of sample, I'm going to go with 2017 till today. I want to use a high precision for this testing, so I'm going to use 1 minute tick data. I always test with commissions and swaps. I know other people test without commissions, which I don't think is a good idea. I personally think you're just wasting your time. And from a slippage perspective, let's go with 1.4. So that is our out of sample step. The rest of the settings in the other tabs, we are just going to make sure that they are the same as our build step. And for anything that fails these filters down below, I want them deleted. Next, let's move over to the Monte Carlo step. In the data tab, I'm going to again choose the same currency pair, the same time frame, and for the date range, I'm going to use the past 10 years. Commissions and swaps, turn it on again to 7. And the rest of the tabs, I'm going to make sure it is the same settings we've set before. Now in the cross checks robustness test, this is where we're going to turn on our Monte Carlo. So turn these off. And the Monte Carlo test we want to turn on is this one here under the standard slow. Select that. And let's turn off every single other test. We just want this randomized strategy parameters in terms of probability. Let's go with 20% and 30%. Whoops. 30%. Change the number of simulations to a few hundred. Let's go with 300 for now. Add filtering. The default filters look okay. Let's save that and make sure that it is turned on. For the final tab, let's turn all these filters off because we've already filtered them out in the cross-checks test. That is everything configured correctly. In the build step, we're only going to generate 1000 strategies, retest them on data is never seen before, double check that the settings are not too sensitive, and then we're going to export it to MetaTrader format. Notice by now I have not written any code at all. So let's kick off the process and select Start. 12 minutes later, the entire process has completed. Now, I did need to go back and adjust the out of sample settings because I found they were too strict. So in ranking, I changed the average trades per month to 1, the profit factor to 1.1, and the return on drawdown ratio to 3, which seems to have worked. You can see down below, the build was 959 strategies, of which 9 passed the out of sample, and then 9 also passed Monte Carlo. And what's really good about the stats, if I go back to progress and select the visual tab here, so you can see the overall stats of how many strategies were created. So a total of 6,000 strategies were generated and about 1,000 passed, which is about 15%. Out of sample, about 9 passed, and then Monte Carlo 8 passed. One of them did fail Monte Carlo, so we'll keep an eye on that one, and then they were saved to my MetaTrader folder. This is why I like to have separate databanks instead of bunching everything up into one step. I like to see the different levels and how many strategies fall off at each specific step. I've sorted the strategies by net profit, so let's take a look at the first one, which is number 47109. Select that and head over to the overview tab. So this one has a low winning percentage, but that's okay because the average win is $103, whereas the average loss is much smaller at $44. This looks like a trend following strategy because of the low winning percentage, of the high average win, and the maximum consecutive losses fairly high at 14. This year so far in 2025, it has been a tough year for this strategy. Ever since Trump came into power in January, every single month has been a losing month, but so far in May, it has been profitable. Let's take a look at the equity chart year on year. It does seem to be slowly rising. You do have years, for example, back in 2018, where it is mostly going sideways, and this year, so it has also been in a little bit of a downtrend, but overall in the long term, it does seem to be profitable. If we take a look at the Monte Carlo tests, what we're looking for is all the squiggly lines going up, and this one does seem to be doing well. And the source code. This strategy uses the SMA, the Height-Ashi, the Awesome Oscillator, and the GAN high-low indicator for its entries and exits, which is a bit too complicated for my liking. The next time I do rerun this one, I can change the settings. Instead of using so many parameters, under the number of conditions, we can change it to use fewer rules to have a simpler result. But these 8 strategies, which have all passed in sample, out of sample, Monte Carlo tests, of which the best has made $6,567 with a $700 drawdown. And if I open up my file explorer to see temp, it has automatically saved all the strategies for me. The one I'm interested in is number 47109. Now that I have these strategies, I can put them on a demo account to monitor and make sure that they're still profitable. I trade on IC markets, so this demo account is also on IC markets. And I can also link the account to FX Blue and track the process of the strategies in real time before committing real money. This particular workflow includes 2 different robustness tests to reduce the likelihood that the strategies are overfit and lose money in real trading conditions. But there is a whole bunch of other robustness tests that you can do. If you want to learn more about different robustness tests, then watch this video right here. Thanks for watching.